Okay, this meeting has been recorded.
Thank you, Principal Chong. This is Doug Hewson, leading the Irvine International Academy Special Board meeting on March 5th, 2021 at 3 p.m. And we're about to take roll call. The meeting is now open. And roll call, I'd like each trustee to please state their name and that they're present. I'll begin. Board Chair Doug Hewson present. Could we hear from Mr. Watson next?
Hello, I'm Trustee Edward Watson. I'm here, present.
And Mr. Zhuang?
Yes, I'm Miller Zhuang, is present. Sorry.
Thank you very much. And Dr. Jolene Smith?
Yes, Jolene Smith here, present.
Thank you, everybody. A note in the minutes that one of our trustees is unavailable this afternoon, but we still have a quorum. That's Glenn Rogers. Okay, to begin with, may I lead a pledge of allegiance? And if you're willing, you can place your right hand over your heart and ready, begin. I pledge
allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, everybody. Music to my patriotic ears. I appreciate that. We do have time for public comments. And so, Principal Chong, do we have visitors and would they like to speak? We could give them opportunity either on the chat or if they're so willing, they could identify themselves first by name. And if you could just call upon them one by one if they'd like to speak.
Okay, we don't have any public comments today.
Okay.
Thank you.
We do welcome guests, of course, every time. And today, Eva Valencia, thank you for joining us. Without public comments, then we'll review the agenda. The agenda is a consent agenda today where we're going to get an update on enrollment. We're going to discuss class size limits as they stand today and options for the future. We're going to discuss in the future the possibility of addition of a kindergarten first or TK. We will not likely take action on that today. We will hear about a couple of new vendor contracts that are required from Superintendent Scott and take action on that. And then prior, we believe we've approved for Principal Chong to hire his office administrator, but we want to hear an update on the process and where we're at in that. Any additions to the agenda that are necessary today from board members? Would you please let me know? Otherwise, we'll proceed through our consent calendar. Okay, thanks.
Sorry, did you say anything about was today going to talk about the site at all?
Oh, you know what? Let's add that in. It's informative and there's no action on it, but yeah, let's ask Dr. Scott and Principal Chong to give us an update on the relationship with Irvine Unified School District and the property agreement that we're seeking. Yeah, let's do that. That's great. Thank you for remembering that. Okay, first, Dr. Scott or Principal Chong, would you give us an enrollment update, please?
Okay, at last count, we had 433 parents enrolled their children in the school. However, we have 384 spots. So there will be a lottery taking place.
Do you know offhand how many of those are within the Irvine Unified School District?
323.
Thank you. Thank you.
Within the district.
Thank you. Board members, any desire for more insight on that or satisfied with that? It's really fantastic news, of course. Yeah, I've got a thumbs up from Miller Zhuang and others. So thank you. I know Dr. Smith, even though we don't see you, we know you're celebrating.
Yes, definitely. Good job.
Discussion on class size limit. Love to hear from Principal Chong on his thoughts on that and open up to any questions from the trustees as well. But Principal Chong, talk to us about the ideal class size that you anticipate and a potential option that you've outlined.
Well, based on the petition we had, the current class size up to 32 students. And then, so my vision for our school is that once we have a strong footing, maybe we can reduce the class size. But at this point, we are following what we propose. And then, Dr. Scott, do you have any other thoughts?
No, that's our 32. It's less than Irvine at 33. And it's really going to be a fun class. No other thoughts, really.
Board members, what thoughts or questions might you have for our principal and or superintendent? I remember taking a note about possible teaching assistants, but I'll hear first from board members and then I'll ask my question about teaching assistants.
Is this a quick question? Is this the class limit? Are we having to have COVID guidelines and restrictions?
Well, we will be following any county guidelines that
Yes,
are
okay.
required. But
And so it is at a 36 member with a teaching assistant?
the district has 33.
Okay.
Principal Chong, if we stay within our petition at 32, what's your vision in some grade levels of fundraising for a teaching assistant, and how would that benefit us?
So since Mandarin is one of the most challenged language to learn, so small group instruction will absolutely benefit our students. With the additional assistance from classroom 8, then we can meet that goal on a daily basis. And for the discussion, possible action to increase size of 36, to be honest, I'm really not excited about it because of the current situation. We are not sure in August whether we still, have to make sure every person is 6 feet apart. That will make it more difficult to have more students in a classroom. So we want to follow what we propose in a petition, which is 32 for this school year, and then we will wait until further guidelines from CDC and county office.
Thank you. Thank you. In the future, there's been some discussion about the possibility of modifying the petition and adding a kinder first or TK if our property supports it. Certainly the demand is there. Would you just talk about that thought? We're not promising anything at this point to anyone, but discuss that if you would, Principal Chong.
Okay, so yeah, we really would love to take every student who apply to our school, but we also have to see what space, what school site we have. So we want to be down to earth and want to make sure we can run a really great program. So in the future, we would be open to increase more kinder or first grade class in the future, but for the coming year, for the 2021 and 2022, I think we will stick to the petition.
Thank you.
Thank you.
In a moment, we'll take either live or offline a task to address Ms. Valencia's question about 6 foot distancing and how that works. It may be premature depending on which facility we have. Our commitment is, of course, to follow the guidelines set by the county so that we can be in-person instruction. But that may be one that we table for a direct conversation with Principal Chung or Superintendent Scott, because it's just a little bit premature, not quite ripe of a question. Once we have facility, then we can be definitive. Moving on to one with opportunity.
Just a minute, Doug.
Go ahead, Michael. Scott.
Yeah, I just want to clarify. As of right now, we have one kindergarten class. Our original petition said that we could have two. So it wouldn't be a change to have a second, I'm sorry, pre-K. It wouldn't be a change to have a second pre-K class.
Thank you. Okay, very good. So that would be just an internal decision. Now that we're moving on and moving forward as an organization, there's a couple of vendor contracts we'd like to establish. I know Dr. Scott wants to talk about one, get board discussion and approval on it. And it's a tool that will help us with recruitment of teachers. Would you describe what EdJoin does and then the approximate cost?
EdJoin is a statewide organization. It may even be nationwide, but essential in the state of California for public schools to allow teachers to look for job positions. Principal Chuang has done a great job describing our needs for Mandarin teacher and English speaking teacher. We have several candidates already that we'll be bringing to the board for employment in a short time. But we'd like a bigger pool of candidates. There are probably people around the state that would jump at the chance to come to Irvine and work with our wonderful students. So EdJoin will have a fee. I believe it's $600 the last time I looked, but it could be more at this time.
I believe the email I received from EdJoin is $750 for a year, that you can post unlimited postings for recruitment. So it's $750.
Okay.
And also we want to thank parents also help us to reach out to other candidates. We do have candidates from Canada, from New Jersey, who expressed the interest in joining our Irvine International Academy team. So we truly appreciate parents for spreading good news about our school.
Oh, thank you.
And another reason why we would like our board to approve us to post advertisement recruitment on EdJoin is that this is one of the requirements. If we want to hire candidate with appropriate credential and sponsor the H-1B, we must have a public postings to prove that everything is transparent.
Thank you. So that's kind of the idea, everybody. You may have some questions. Anyone have questions about EdJoin before I make a motion on that one? Seems like everybody's familiar with EdJoin. I've used it when I was a substitute teacher many, many years ago. Here's the motion that I'd like to ask a board member to make, and the motion would be to approve Dr. Scott and Principal Chung to go ahead and get the EdJoin service for a year. Could I ask a board member to make that motion?
I can make that motion.
I make a, okay, go ahead.
I heard Dr. Smith first, and then did I hear Miller Zhang second that? All in favor signify by lifting your hand or saying aye.
Aye.
Any nay?
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Thank you, everybody. We already have approved a principal to hire an office administrator next. However, I wanted you to hear a quick update on his interviews and what's ahead for that. Principal Chung, how's it going? Looking for that special person that will represent us to the public, probably as much or equal to even you.
We did conduct an interview to see if this candidate really fit our school and share the same vision. And we are excited that, she has been in the industry for a couple of years and also is very, very, very familiar with the Irvine area, and she has her own connections. So we are really excited about the opportunity to hire her, but we do understand the procedure. So we will need the board approval. But before that, we will have to present the board members our contract to get the board approved first. So that's all the information I can share with everyone at this point. Thank you.
Thank you. We look forward to that next step as well. And then this is my favorite part, update on our negotiations and conversations with Irvine Unified School District for a school site. Dr. Scott or Principal Chong, which of you both are both integral in this. This will be our final discussion today, unless we can take any other public comments at the end. But Dr. Scott, go ahead.
I just wanted to add, we have 2 more candidates we are considering for the office. And the interviews are set up, one for tomorrow and one for the next day. So
Oh, beautiful.
we have
Beautiful.
3 very qualified bilingual candidates with strong writing and office skills.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. Well, how about that update on our conversations then? Who'd like to start?
Dr. Scott?
On the school site.
Yes.
Okay. On the school site, the school district was extremely impressed by the response of our students on Tuesday in open comments. There's 30 minutes set aside, basically altogether, but for any one topic at most. Only parents from Irvine International Academy made their voice heard, and they strongly stated their desire to have a Mandarin immersion program in Irvine. To the point where they kind of wondered why this has not happened, and they urged the Prop 39 comments that have been made by the administration to be followed up on. In other words, I heard the phrase "to keep your word" quite a lot. As a result, I think the board realized a new level of a group in Irvine gelling together for a purpose, and asked us to confirm our signature gathering because it was so large. 433 is exceptional for the starting of a charter school. Especially since it was really done by support of word to word, family to family, rather than a big time advertising campaign. Although I would like to thank Chairman Doug Hewson for his generous donations to help it on public media. Thank you for that. So we are in the process of gathering those signatures again through DocuServe, and our parents are again responding. And we'll deliver those Monday to the district as they requested.
And am I right? There was a conversation where their attorney reached out to us and said, would you please provide a single page from each parent signed as validation? And we said, yes, we will over the weekend.
Yes, I think they're testing the resolve of our parents. Are they really as committed as they sounded? Because after the 30 minutes, the board president was surprised and said, are there any more comments? And he said, yes, there's 20 more that we haven't read. Are they on any other topic? No, no other topic. Do they say the same thing? Yes. I really think they were all shocked. And this response was, okay, well, let's test the resolve. And our parents are responding so well. Thank you, parents.
Very good, very good. Board members, any questions on the either process or status of obtaining a school site and our negotiations? Very good. usually no comments means we're very thrilled and pleased with the leadership of our team there. And so thank you, Principal Chong and Dr. Scott. That's really great. And we can't wait just on a weekly basis to hear what happens. At this point, we've completed our consent calendar with discussion, and we took the action on the single vendor contract. Last moment for public comments. We have a task to follow up with Eva Valencia. Could I assign that to Principal Chong? And I'll just make this comment for Ms. Valencia. Ms. Valencia, Dr. Smith currently operates a private school with 700 children and has earned the County of Riverside's permission to operate it in a particular manner that provides social distancing for children from the age of preschool all the way to high school. And so we'll rely significantly on the learnings of this last year as we approach what's necessary for next school year. My personal belief is the requirements will relax to some degree, but we'll be fully compliant. And so if you do not mind us following up with you, we have your email. And as we get our school site, then we can give you our specific plan along with the other parents. It's a little premature to tell you exactly what we'll do, but I do want you to have the confidence that we're skilled at it. We know how to obtain a waiver and to maintain a waiver throughout the year. Dr. Smith, would you just concur on that since you led the charge at your school?
Yes, 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 we do. We currently now, through Riverside County, have what's called a safety plan, and that was updated in February 1st. We have an amazing team that has been able to be partners with the county in order to keep us very current with the changes for the regulations and restrictions for COVID. We've been very successful with that. No COVID incidences have come from our school. And so that shows you that the safety measures that we've been taking have been very effective.
Yes, thank you very much. Appreciate that. And then final in closing then, prior to adjournment, I do want to acknowledge I'm holding a letter that I was able to send today to Dr. Scott during the preliminary stage prior to our achieving the charter approval. He generously donated gifts in kind to the amount of $7,500 to help our school get off the ground. And so sometimes they call this the golf clap, but I just want to say personal thank you to you, Dr. Scott, in supporting this school in that financial way. I know our parents in the future will be very, very generous with us, but you know, leading by example is something I admire. And so a personal thank you. It was a joy to write this acknowledgement letter for the year 2020 and to reflect that. And of course, the government will thank you with a tax break. Board members, any final comments before we adjourn? Just go ahead and shout out if there are. If not, I'll wait for a moment.
So good. Chairman Hughes, and you have said shout out, so I'm going to shout out again. I appreciate so much the work and so excited to see this school open in the fall.
Thank you for that appreciation and shout out. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'm surprised that Jolene can drive and also attending the Zoom conference in California, which is would not allow in Canada. So you'll be fined for $200 minimum, okay, over here.
So I'm very fortunate that my husband is driving. So, you know,
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm co-pilot here, so I'm all legal. Yeah.
That's great.
And it's a Tesla. The Tesla will drive itself.
That's right. Yeah, I appreciate both. I mean, Principal John and then also Dr. Scott's, you know, way to go. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Wow. Yeah, we want to be an encouraging environment, all positives. Any final comments from Trustee Watson?
No, I am just looking forward to everything. Sounds like it's going great, and can't wait till, you know, things are, that field site gets secure, because I think when that's secure, that's really gonna just bring everybody in, and then we're gonna have to open up 2 schools.
There you go. Well, I want to personally thank you for being part of our interview process with your background in education. It's is very helpful to the team. So with that, I'll just say thank you to everybody. Have a wonderful weekend. Alicia and our other parents. Oh, and Principal Chong, one final comment.
We should open to public comments before we adjourn the meeting.
Oh, thank you for that reminder. Yeah, let's get currently the ones I can see on our guest list, Alicia is identified. Alicia or others, any public comments prior to our adjournment? Either through chat or just unmuting yourself. Well, thank you. And thank you for being in attendance, Alicia. And then Principal Chong, thank you very, very much. And then this concludes our meeting. Oh, Dr. Scott, one more. Thank you.
Yes, I'll be sending out a letter to everybody, an email to explain the upcoming lottery. It will be held in 1 week on Friday at 12 noon to 4. There is an impartial observer that will be helping me with that lottery. It will be, since of COVID, it's been suggested, and the Orange County Department of Education agreed that a Zoom meeting would handle it very well. So 12 o'clock Friday, 1 week, will be our lottery. 4th grade and 5th grade are not part of that. They have already, their students are accepted. And that's the reason for that, is because they're not full. So there's no lottery need. And parents, if you know a 4th grader or a 5th grader, it's basically the first ones to contact us are the first ones in. So please have those parents. This opportunity is going to be great. Any 4th or 5th grade parents to complete the classes. They're over halfway. So we know that by August, we're going to have great classes, and we're going to have great activities at our school with our relationship with Orange County dance and music that's coming up.
Wow, great report, great finish. Everybody, once again, thank you. And meeting's officially adjourned. And then Principal Chung, if you'll finish our recording and post appropriately. Thank you, everybody.
Yes.
Have a great weekend.
Thank you, everyone.
A first and a second, don't we, on adjournment?
Oh, sure. Dr. Smith, are you moving?
Yes, I'm moving to adjourn this board meeting.
Thank you. And can I have a second, please?
I second the adjournment.
Thank you, Trustee Watson. Into the box scores on a second. And all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And any nays? And we are adjourned then. Thank you again, everybody.
Yes.